It's week 7 of the high school football season, and man, oh man, do we have some top quality games for you tonight. We're going to start in the 7A West with one of the games we circle on our calendars each and every season. Fayetteville and Bentonville, of course. Tonight, it's at the home of the Tigers, and that's where we find 5 News sports reporter Jonathan Acosta with everything you need to know before tonight's massively huge conference ball game.
Of Arkansas, Bentonville, and Fayetteville have to be on that list. These two teams have run the 7A West Conference in past seasons. This year, another big conference clash taking place right here at Tigers Stadium. Fayetteville actually won the 7A West last year, thanks in large part to a big-time win over Bentonville that ended the Tigers' 35-game conference win streak. I don't think Bentonville has necessarily forgotten about that, and they'll certainly be looking to avenge that loss this time around. It's a big game in the standings. Bentonville sits atop the 7A West with a 3-0 conference record, while for Fayetteville, it's essentially a must-win game in the conference race. They already have a loss to Rogers from earlier in this season. Everything, though, is set for this to be a great game. Two really talented squads led by awesome quarterbacks in Carter Nye and Drake Lindsey. Jacob, I'm here to tell you, last year's game was a 42-34 win for Fayetteville. We are in luck if we get anything close to that sort of a good game here tonight here in Bentonville. That's going to do it for me here at Tiger Stadium. We'll have all the highlights tonight on your Football Friday night. But for Jacob, we'll send things over back to you.
Yeah, Jonathan, that's a good one, but we have so many other games. Our 5 News Game of the Week takes us to the 4A1, where 3 teams are still undefeated in conference play, and tonight 2 of them go head-to-head, where Ozark will host Gentry. Gentry isn't just undefeated in conference play, sitting at 6-0. The Pioneers are one of the last undefeated teams standing in the entire state of Arkansas. On the other side, Jeremy Burns' Hillbillies are doing exactly what they do. Ozark hasn't lost a regular season conference game since October 16th, 2020. So nearly 2 years ago to the day when they were back in the 4A4. Tonight, it's the new versus the old, with one of these teams taking a big step toward that conference title.
There's a lot of people who think we're not going to win, so we're going into the game with a chip on our shoulder, and I hope they're ready for us.
I feel like we're definitely the underdogs in most games. Most games, they have us winning by a touchdown or losing by a touchdown, so I feel like if we beat Gentry, we'll definitely be one of those top teams.
And a bunch of other great ones on the slate tonight. We have Charleston hosting Hackett. The Tigers looking to stay undefeated in conference play. And my favorite one, out in Greenwood tonight, the Bulldogs try to hand Lake Hamilton its first loss of the season. Both those teams on top of the 6A. That should be a great one. Shiloh looking to keep its conference win streak alive at Pea Ridge. And Northside, they once again are making the lovely trip over to Conway, looking to move to 3-1 in the 7A Central. We'll have full highlights of all these games, plus a whole lot more on a Week 7 edition of Football Friday Night, which comes your way a little after 10 right here on Channel 5. And after the high schoolers, tomorrow's big game, as you saw earlier in the show, the Hogs are in Provo to take on BYU. This team, of course, in desperate need of a win before the bye week. This one set for a 2:30 kickoff now over on ESPN. It's been a rough road, Darren, for Arkansas, but I feel good about tomorrow's game.
Especially, you know, BYU, don't take them lightly, obviously, but this might be one of those games where they can start getting back on track.
Feel a little better, bit better about yourself.
All right.